right, so the Chinese keeping any of their promises in this latest trade deal? We asked Gordan Chang, Gatestone Institute senior fellow. Gordan, let's start with the soybeans. What do we know about the soybeans? Are they slow walking it or what?
Well, the USDA on Friday released some figures on China's purchases of U.S. soybeans, and it's clear they're not going to meet their commitments to buy 12 million metric tons by the end of this year. And that puts into doubt this whole trade agreement. You know, right now, Treasury Secretary Bessent is trying to put together a firm deal on rare earths. I don't know why we're negotiating with the Chinese on one part of a trade deal, which they're going to violate the other part.
So you think that the failure to buy the soybeans is the leading indicator of the failure to meet the deal on the rare earths? I don't want to knock down Scott Bessent, but you're just saying this is what's coming from the Chinese side.
Yeah, yes, this is the Chinese playbook. Lie, cheat, and steal. Get away with what you can. And, you know, it's time for President Trump to lower the boom, raise tariffs, put all those Chinese subsidiaries back on the Commerce Department's entity list, invoke Section 311 of the USA Patriot Act against the money laundering Chinese banks. There's a whole bunch of things that Bessent can do with Trump's approval. So, yeah, let's go out and hit these guys hard because they're hitting us.
Do we know yet of how the Chinese are behaving regarding the purchase of Russian oil from the two big Russian oil companies, Rosneft and whatever it's called, Lukoil? Do we know anything about that story? Have the Chinese behaved, or are they still buying oil?
They're still buying oil. You know, there was this story about 3 weeks ago about how Chinese state enterprises are not buying Russian oil. But the point is, the Chinese state enterprises weren't the ones buying Russian oil. It was always the teapots, the independent refiners, most of them in Northeast China. And so the teapots have continued to buy oil, and they've continued to buy Russian oil in bigger quantities. So we know that China is continuing to finance the war against Ukraine.
Well, we'll have to see if that is enforced. Those sanctions, those were secondary sanctions, very, very tough if I understand them. Take them off the dollar system. Last one, Gordan, on the fentanyl, you know, on this, on the chemicals that go into fentanyl. Do we know anything about that?
Well, FBI Director Patel said that the Chinese agreed not to make those precursors. But we got to remember that this is the same promise that Xi Jinping made to President Obama in 2016, to President Trump in 2018, and to President Biden in 2023. And even if the Chinese were going to honor their promise, they're probably going to increase the sale of precursors for netazines, which are even more deadly than fentanyl. You know, with all of these promises, we just got to verify before we trust.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, a lot of people think the deal could have been tougher, that Mr. Trump had stronger negotiating at his back. I'm not an expert. I know it's hard. Wall Street is happy that the tariffs seem to be stabilizing. We'll have to check it out, Gordan. You may be right. The Chinese have a history of lying, cheating, and stealing. I saw it with my own eyes back in the first term. Anyway, Gordan Chang, we appreciate it very, very much.